So at the very least, that is a What is happening, YouTube? So here's another clutch cutting video for you, and this month I think I've got around about 15 to 16 clutches to cut. So within this month it is going to be nuts here on the YouTube channel, so please bear with me. So with this clutch, what we have is we have a Cypress Ivory male, which was bred to my Jazz Pastel original female. Now the Jazz is a gene. I've reproduced it many times, and what's awesome about this gene is what it does. So I've tried it with the Bell complex, and it's not proven out to be on that same allele. I've done it now with the Yellow Belly complex, and it's not proven out to be on that same allele either. Now it's kind of eliminated a few things, so I think it could be something very similar to Red Stripe. But it's all about having the fun while you go along and just enjoying the ride. I've certainly in this clutch produced some stunning animals, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them shed out. So without further ado, this is the Cypress Ivory male bred to the Jazz Pastel female. So let's get involved and let's check this out. Okay, with this clutch, as you can see, I tried a little bit different incubation method. Purely more water than substrate, and they've come through, and as you can see, they're all okay. Now these are due to hatch today / through the night / in the morning, so in the next 8 hours, let's say. I just want to show you guys and go through with you, because I get a few questions asking me, once I've cut the eggs, what do I do then with the egg box? You know, what do I do with the babies? Well, I put the lid back on the egg box, and they go back in the incubator until every single baby has left the egg. Once I've done that, then I take them out, I clean them up as you see in the cleanup videos, then they go into the hatchling rack, where they'll all stay together in one tub until they hatch out. So on with the cutting. So as I said, we could get some Cypress combos with this one. So as you can see, the eggs are just coming away beautifully, dead easy. So let's start with this one. And I can also feel the baby pushing back, so that's always a good thing. There's certain rules I follow, which are how easy the eggs come apart, and if I can feel the baby, feel more baby than I can egg. And you'll know yourselves when you do feel the eggs, you'll see exactly what I mean. So everything is going to be yellow belly at least. So at the very least, that is what I believe to be a pastel yellow belly, possible Cypress. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'd say that's Cypress. So pastel yellow belly, Cypress. So there we have a pastel yellow belly. You can certainly see the difference in the pattern. So pastel yellow belly at the least. So this one's quite full, but I can still feel the baby. We'll just hold this over here just so the juice falls out over the side, not over the other eggs. So that's a yellow belly. So that is a Cypress. Or sorry, yellow belly Cypress. This looks funky. Again, possible yellow belly. Bit difficult to see. Looks awesome nonetheless. Now the other gene that is at play in this, as I mentioned, is the jazz gene, which I was kind of, or I'm kind of hoping to prove that gene, not prove it out because I've already proven it out, but I wanted to see if it was allelic with yellow belly, which we still don't know yet, but we will see. This egg's really full. So again, that's going to be a pastel yellow belly. Another egg that's full. I'm trying to cut these where this marker is because that's how it was laid. It was kind of, that was the top and that's the bottom. So I'm trying to cut it, trying to cut from the top, if that makes sense, but it makes it a bit awkward when they're laid this way. Wow. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but that is not a normal yellow belly. Now bear in mind the dad is a Cypress Ivory, so everything's going to be yellow belly, but that's just, I don't see pastel. Wow. Could be a Cypress. Okay. So difficult to show you guys, but the head looks nuts. So obviously, yeah, I don't know if that's the jazz gene as well. Look at that, guys. And that's more than a Cypress yellow belly. The Cypress yellow belly is this one. As you can see, the amount of blushing on this one compared to this one. Wow. So that's definitely the jazz gene, definitely yellow belly, possible Cypress. Okay. So this one looks the same as this one that I've just cut. Wow. They look awesome. Here comes its head. I'm not sure if that's showing up, guys, but the head on that, it's got to be the Jazz Gene at play. This one's definitely a Cypress yellow belly. The markings are nothing like these two, and the blushing is nothing like these two. Looks like we've got some more holdbacks. And that looks to be like a Cypress yellow belly. So awkward because the eggs are full. Let's check them out once they come out the egg. Okay, here is the Cypress clutch out of the eggs, and first time I'm hatching Cypress, and I'm not disappointed, guys. I've got about 2 or 3 clutches in the incubator of Cypress, so I'm kind of looking forward for those coming out. So it was a little bit crazy trying to identify them in the egg, because the Ivory Cypress was bred to my Jazz pastel. So for those who are in the Jazz project, and there's only a couple of people, the Jazz is a really unique gene, proved it out. It's its own thing, but I've not proved a super form as yet. I've put it towards the Bell complex. Nothing's come out looking like a blue-eyed leucistic, blue-eyed leucistic, and now this was the opportunity to put it to the yellow belly complex, and I've got nothing that's come out that looks very sort of like a gravelly highway, freeway type thing or super strop. So, but we have got some combos in here which are which do carry the Jazz gene, and I'll just show you straight up. So where do I start? Okay, let's go with the yellow bellies. So obviously the male was a Ivory Cypress, so everything is going to be yellow belly. So this is I think this is just a straightforward yellow belly. As you can see, loads of checkered noise down towards the bottom half, and the blushing coming up like the red blushing. So that is a straightforward, what I always class as a yellow belly. I don't really see the Jazz gene, just a straightforward yellow belly. So onto the other yellow belly, which is over here. Now this one could be carrying the Jazz gene, and the simple fact with that is it's got this extra blushing coming up, and the Jazz brings up extra blushing, and then it separates the pattern. You know, it puts more of a gap in between each alien head. So that one could be a yellow belly Jazz. Just let it shed and grow up a little bit, and I'll be able to tell a bit more for sure. Okay, onto the pastel combos. So this is obviously a pastel yellow belly. I don't see the Jazz gene. just a straightforward pastel yellow belly. Very nice example, beautiful nonetheless. Awesome. The next yellow belly pastel complex is this one. Now this one I do believe is a pastel yellow belly jazz. Now you can see from the other one that I've just put back how much yellow this snake is compared to the other one. The other one's a bit more of a yellow orange. This one is a lot more sort of yellow, or paler yellow should I say. So I do believe this one's carrying the jazz gene. Again, you can see lots more blushing coming up from the belly there, lots more dorsal stripe. In fact, you know, some people could quite easily, you know, if you took away the head, might easily mistake this for a super pastel, but we know that's not the case. So this is a yellow belly pastel jazz. And what's interesting just looking at this is where you normally have noise down the side, you haven't got that at the moment. You've just got this sort of bright coloured animal, which I'm really looking forward to seeing when it sheds out. So my take on this is it's a pastel, it's a yellow belly, and it's also carrying the jazz gene. Sticking with the pastels, and we will go for this next one here. Now again, first time hatching Cypress, so I've done my research online. I haven't sent this out to any breeders yet, but looking at the characteristics of what pastel and Cypress do together, obviously this is yellow belly, and I do believe this is a Cypress as well as pastel. And again, you've got some beautiful crazy alien heads, crazy belly pattern, and then we've got this sort of, what this Cypress does, and I'll show you in some of the other in the actual other Cypress combos, you get this kind of neck stripe, and then you get this sort of little dots and break up and hooks and stuff down the neck pattern. You also get this blushed out sort of, if I can show it, this blushed out sort of neck pattern here from the head going down, and again this side. So there's various characteristics which tells me this is a Cypress pastel yellow belly. This one is a female, I've already checked, and I'll be holding this one back to prove out. So at the very least this is a 3 gene animal. I don't believe I hit the 4 gene in this clutch, which would have been obviously a yellow belly Cypress pastel jazz, but I hit quite a few 3 geners, so I'm happy with that. So I'll keep this one back to prove it out to be Cypress. So this is a pastel yellow belly Cypress. As you can see, we have just the yellow belly Cypresses left, and the reason why I've left these in is I wanted to show you guys what a sort of, you know, a Cypress looks like, because there's not many here in the UK. So just want to go over a few characteristics and just show you what we've got. So obviously I hit 5 Cypress combos. These are the 4 Cypress combos without pastel. So if we just go straight to this one. Now Cypress, as you can see, does look very similar to a black phantom or a black pastel, the way it's dark down the back, high blushing, and then we've got this sort of alien heads, sort of like looking like keyholes if you like. But the one thing you can tell the difference is the head is chocolate in colour. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. So the Cypress gives this chocolate coloured head. Again, you get this blushing coming from the head, as you can see, the chocolatey colour going into the neck there. and again you've got this stripe coming down the back, and again the striping on the back of the cypresses are really weird. So if you look, you get these crazy hooks, you get these holes. So obviously, again, yellow belly cypress. I think I hit quite a few females with these. Beautiful base to work with. Beautiful. The cypress clowns are awesome. I can't wait to put the cypress into the Ultramale project as well, which hopefully we should have a clutch coming out pretty soon. So there we have a cypress yellow belly. Show you just so it's all uniformed and you can see. Beautiful chocolate coloured head, crazy bit of breakage and spotting on the neck dorsal stripe there, on the neck stripe coming down to the dorsal. Then you've got these sort of funky sort of keyholes, if you like, down the back. Bit of blushing, nothing too crazy. Again, I love the heads on these, they are awesome. It almost looks like the head belongs to another combo. But there is a super cypress as well, so I'd like to try for that in the future. So another cypress yellow belly. Okay, before we go any further, I'm going to show you what I believe to be a Jazz Cypress yellow belly, and I'm going to keep the other one there to show you why I think this is what it is. So this one that I'm picking up now, this one I do believe to be a Cypress yellow belly Jazz. Now remember I said about the blushing on the Jazz and what it does, how it brings in more blushing. It separates the pattern, so you can see there's a bigger gap between each alien head on this particular animal. And again, we've got lots and lots more blushing than on the other Cypress yellow bellies. The head is a little bit cleaner, and again we've got more of this chocolate colour. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Do my best. Come on, mate. More of this chocolate colour coming down the neck, more than what I've seen on these others. So I do believe this is carrying the Jazz gene. Again, I will hold this one back for the Jazz project. But again, beautiful animal. Look at the neck on that, the way the chocolate goes down into the neck pattern itself. And again, you've got this sort of orangey chocolatey colour sort of blushing coming up, which again I believe is down to the Jazz. So I'll put that one back and I'll get this one out. The reason why I've kept this one in here, because this one is more blushed than the other two that I just showed you before, that one that I've just put back in. However, I don't think this is carrying the Jazz gene. Yes, it's still got a bit of blushing coming up, but as you can see, it's got far more alien heads. They're a lot more closer together than this one. Hopefully you guys can see that. The one with the Jazz is more chocolate orangey sort of colour with the blushing and the flaming than this one. So yeah, very interesting. Two sort of genes that can really sort of work well together is obviously the Cypress and the Jazz. And again, this one's got yellow belly in. Yellow belly is an amplifier, it will amplify the colours. So I'm really pleased with the clutch, how it's turned out, what there is, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to doing more things with the Cypress here in the UK. I've also got the I should have, I believe, fingers crossed, I put the Cypress to a Mojave as well, the Cos Mojave line. So I'm really looking forward to producing some combos with the Mojave and the Cypress together. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. Hope you're all well. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've hoped it sort of gave you a bit of an insight into the Cypress gene moving forward. I'm really looking forward to the future here at the HQ. Loads of awesome stuff going on. If you haven't already, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell just so you are aware of when I do upload. And also, if you wouldn't mind just smashing that like button and leaving a comment in the comment boxes below. I love reading your comments just to see how all of you are doing. But for now guys, I'm going to put up and shut up. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.